Hey y'all, so who in the kitchen? Um, so I wanted to share really quick. We went a week without internet, and I wanted to share what our experience was. So one thing I realized is that social media and Netflix and TV and all these devices have really been consuming our life. Of course, I'm a mom, trying to run businesses, have young kids, 8, 5, and almost 3. And this week without internet put me in a whole nother perspective because without this internet, we pretty much had no choice but to be together and with each other and talk more. And we ate together and we gathered in the living room. And I noticed that my husband played with the kids more, and we engaged with each other more. Like, they wanted to be around us and not in their room watching TV or on a tablet. There was more peace in the house because the kids weren't fighting over the TV and the remote. And I was telling my husband, like, after a day of not having internet, I was like, it's so peaceful. They're not fighting or they're not arguing over the remote. They're not crying because something isn't working on their tablet. They actually play together. They played more together. They talked more together. I really enjoyed seeing them do that. Like, especially their brother. The brother, he's older, 2 girls. So he really didn't play with them a lot, but he played with them a lot more. They made paper planes. They wrote more. We as a family gathered in the living room and we watched movies. We did Redbox. And we gathered in the living room and watched movies, and it was really good. So it shows that we can do this without internet, and it also shows how much time Wi-Fi and devices and all this stuff is taking away from us as a family. And one of the main things that I really want to achieve in my family, because I didn't have this as a family, is togetherness and unity and communication. And now I realize that we're going to have to be mindful of what we do and how we spend our time, because I realize usually throughout the week after school or on Saturdays, we're all on devices or watching TV, but we're all separate. Even me and my husband, we were able to talk more this time around and for the past week, and there was a little more connection because we didn't have anything distracting us. So even though we had our phones with the internet, that still didn't distract us as much as we thought. So I really enjoyed it, and it made me aware of being mindful of how we use our time as a family, because I really desire for my family to grow together and be close, because I didn't have that. And I want to create the traditions of conversation and family time and dinner time, and we weren't doing that, even though I said that was something I wanted to do, because we were so distracted with devices and internet and emails and business stuff and the kids watching TV and fussing and arguing over the remote. So now that we have it back in the house, now I know that we can cut these things off and dedicate ourselves to each other. It's a choice. So I want to encourage you to, if you can and you have Wi-Fi in your house. I didn't go without Wi-Fi on purpose, but just cut off devices for a week and see what happens with your family and your marriage. I realized that my husband and I, at night, we don't talk a lot. We are on our phones doing things when the kids are finally down for bed, and we don't engage. We don't, say goodnight or say prayers or anything like that together. Like, there was no connection. So now I see that we need that, and it has been internet and these little distractions that play a part in disconnection. And Wi-Fi does that. Internet, these devices do that. It cuts people off from the world, and we're so connected through internet, connected to people through internet. So just be mindful and enjoy the fact that you have your family physically that you can spend time with. Cut off devices early, or go a day without, okay, no devices today. We're going to family time, dinner time, or make it a certain time every single day. But even in your marriage, make sure that you do that. So that was my experience with us not having Wi-Fi, and I actually enjoyed it. It got hard because I was coming back and forth to my mom's house to use her internet, and maybe there was something that I needed to do on my computer. But you know what? I made things work. And it just shows that we don't need the things that we think we need. And it actually distracts us from doing good things or better things or using our time more wisely. So I encourage you to cut off devices and disconnect and really just connect with your family, your children, and enjoy these moments that we have. So I wanted to share our experience. So remember to glow, remember to affirm yourself, remember to do what makes you happy, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And Wi-Fi and devices and the disconnecting of our family was not pouring into us. It was causing us to pour from empty cups. So even when, we wanted to get more time together, we would get irritated or, oh, don't distract me. I'm doing this. I'm watching this. Leave me alone. Like, even our attitudes towards each other were different because we were always caught up in doing something on our devices. So do this, and I challenge you to do this with your family for a week. No Wi-Fi. If you need to use it, go outside of your home and use it, or set a certain amount of time to use it. So I'll talk to you guys.